Hey everybody, Rockin' Robin here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a filet mignon. We're going to do it on the stove. I'm going to do it in a cast iron pan and then finish it off in the oven. I know this is an expensive cut of meat and some of you are like, I don't want to flub this up, right? And so I'm going to show you my tips and tricks, take you through it step by step so that you can have a very delicious filet mignon. I'm going to be making it with some fresh garlic, rosemary, and butter. So I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. All right, let's go over our ingredients so we can get started. First off, we have our filet mignon. Now, I picked mine up at Trader Joe's. It's about $24 a pound. Expensive, I know. And this little steak here was probably about $10. Next, we have our rosemary. Now, you want to use fresh rosemary, guys, as opposed to the dried stuff in a jar. You know, go to the store, pick up some. It really makes a big difference, or go to your neighbor and borrow some off their bush. Next, we have some butter. I just cut it into chunks. That way, when I'm ready to use it, it melts a lot quicker. And of course, it's organic. Next is our garlic. Now, if you notice here, I've left the paper on the garlic. And the reason for that is when I add it to my dish, I don't want that garlic to burn, and the paper will help to keep it from doing that. We're just gonna chop off the very end here, and then I'm gonna take a heavy knife and I'm going to crush it, and that's gonna release the oils into our dish and make it taste really good. Now for our salt, guys, I'm using this Flake sea salt. I really recommend you try that. The salt just works really well, especially on steaks. It just kind of melts right into the meat. You can see here how coarse it is, how big it is. It's quite large, but it really works well. We'll also need some freshly ground pepper, some olive oil, and guys, a couple of tools. You really need to make this steak in a cast iron pan. That's what I'm using. It puts a nice sear on your steak. Cast iron pans are inexpensive. This one's probably less than $20. And you can put them in the oven and they keep your food warm. Not that you need that in this case, but they just are great. And you'll also need an instant read thermometer. That way you can keep track of the internal temperature of your meat and get it done just exactly like you like it. Now I'm gonna put links for these certain items down below in the description of my video for you to check out if you want to. I want you to know that these are affiliate links. And if you purchase anything through them, I get a small commission at no additional cost to you. And this just helps to support my channel, and I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to start off here by salting and seasoning up our meat. Now, I dried it off a little bit with a paper towel, and here goes our salt flakes. I'll make sure I get enough on there. And then I'm going to put the pepper. I'm going to pat that down just a bit so it'll stick. I'm going to flip it over. Do the second side. Now you also want to do the sides. I want that good crispy crust all over. All right, guys, I've got my oven preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to have that going and ready to go. I've got my cast iron pan here over medium-high heat. This is critical, guys. You've got to have a hot pan. This thing needs to sear my steak. So I'm going to wait. Sometimes I can see smoke coming up from the pan, and that's when I get started. So I really want it hot. All right, guys, you can see my pan is smoking, so I'm ready to add the olive oil. You want to add enough to coat the bottom of the pan. We're going to set our steak right in there. It's going to spit and spatter and all that. Expect that. 2 minutes. Set your timer. Got my timer going. Don't touch it. Just let it cook. All right, 2 minutes is up. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going for another 2 minutes, still at medium-high. Our second 2 minutes are done. Now we're going to sear the sides as well for 30 seconds each. All right, and we're going to rotate. Once you've got all the sides seared, I'm going to turn the temperature down to low for a minute. And we're going to add our butter, the garlic, and the rosemary. I'm going to toss it all in there and just mix it all up. You can smell the garlic starting to come out into the dish. I'm going to take my spoon and just coat the steak a little bit with that. We're going to cook this for about 1 to 2 minutes. Halfway through my cooking time here, I'm going to flip the steak over. Okay, we are ready to go into the oven. So we're going to put this in the oven for about 5 minutes and we'll check the temperature. All right, 5 minutes have passed. Let's take that out and we're going to check the temperature. Now you want to do it horizontally. We'll slide it right in. Take our reading. I like mine between 125 and 130. This looks like it's about 128. So I'm going to take it out. We're going to let it sit. All right, guys, I'll let the steak sit for 5 minutes. I also took it out of the pan after I took it out of the oven. Otherwise, it'll continue to cook. So make sure you do that. I'm going to go ahead and place my steak over here on the plate. I've got a little zucchini here that I cooked up. I also have a video for you how to do that. It's really simple and easy. This meal comes together super, super quick, guys. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of the butter sauce, garlic rosemary sauce, and just put it right over the top. And it's time to dig in. I'm starving and it smells great. So let me cut a little piece of this off here. Oh, so tender. Oh my goodness, check that out. Oh my gosh. That is so delicious. The salt, the pepper, you don't need much. The garlic infused into the oil, the butter, the rosemary. Simply cooked, guys. Easy to do. You can do it anytime during the week. It comes together very, very quickly, and you are going to love it. So make this for somebody special. They are going to love it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you have any questions for me about this recipe, please leave them down below in the comments. I will be happy to answer any questions you have. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, there's a button right up here. Click that, or there's one down below the video. Click that. You'll be notified every week when a new video comes out. So thanks so much. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy your steak.